Be like, hey.
Welcome to the Eat Daddy Podcast.
Hey!
I am Iron Clover, a.k.a. Talon. To my left is Eric, a.k.a. Edmundo.
I'm drunk.
To his left is Jacob, the little engine that could. He's enjoying one of my sandwiches. Say hi, Jacob.
Yeah, this sandwich is great. It's Talon's a real sandwich artist.
Yeah, I worked at Subway for 3 days. Can you believe that?
God damn, feel that head.
I quit because they weren't letting me spread my creativity wings.
Shit, look at his head now.
You can keep it.
Yeah,
in my
there's
hair
hair
if you
all over
want,
the place.
Eric.
Alright.
I fix.
I fix. I'm gonna start you guys off. So we're pretty relaxed, if you will.
What?
Yeah.
No.
We
Eric's a lightweight.
I'm gonna.
Your mama's a lightweight.
She's dead.
Alright,
I know she's dead.
I have a great story of the first Christmas after I turned 18. I went to a Christmas party. That was my family's.
Is this really your dad's ashes?
Can you quit talking?
That's my weed grinder.
Okay.
Okay, no, so I go to a family Christmas party, and I get there, my uncle's like, hey, do you want anything to drink? And I'm like, yeah,
Oh, shit.
what do you have, like, soda or alcohol? And he's like, oh, do you want liquor? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take some whiskey. Like, joking around, and he gives me, like, a glass of whiskey, and I'm confused as to what to do with it, because I'm like, I've only shot whiskey, I've never, like, sipped whiskey. And so I just awkwardly walked around this party, like, not fully enjoying this whiskey because I couldn't take shots of it. But I didn't want to deny that he gave me free whiskey, so I was okay with it.
Oh, wow. Fucking good story, man.
Better than all yours.
Amazing. Fuck you.
It's true.
I know it's true.
Good.
I don't make fake up stories.
I didn't make a fake up story.
Fake stories.
That was a real story.
I fucked up my wording.
I know. But that was a real story. Eric, you've had 2 shots.
Jacob, I know I had 2 shots. I'm a lightweight, okay?
I can do what I want.
Oh shit.
Jacob, tell us about your Jack in the Box story. Quit vaping.
Is this just storytelling?
That's what...
Is this just story time YouTube? Fuck you.
No, story time
This is
like,
shitty content!
Quit yelling. Story time is like, hey guys, what's up? Like the description to get a free Amazon gift card.
Like the description.
Anyways, here's the time I was almost kidnapped by an Uber driver. I got in the back, and he drove past the house I wanted to go to by one house, and I was like, what the fuck, man? And he's like, my bad, I forgot to hit the brakes, and I was like, it's okay. Anyways, if you like my story, subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll be back at you with more.
Hit the bell! Ding, ding, ding!
That's a storytime YouTuber. We're not that.
Oh, yeah.
We're telling actual stories.
So, anyways, I was at Jack in the Box this morning. It must have been about 8:30. I was hotboxing my car.
Good boy.
With a vape. And, I pulled to the window. I had ordered my food and everything. I was there to pay. And the guy that brings me my food was like, do you vape? My car was all smoky. And like, there was too much smoke coming out of it. And the other guy was like, well, obviously. And it was a pretty good morning at Jack in the Box.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
That kind of
That's
reminds
funny.
me of this one time. Can you shut up?
I'm sorry.
I went to Wendy's on a lunch break with a friend, and we're like joking around and shit, and then we order, and we're having a jolly good time, and the guy's like, alright, it'll be like $20.60 second window, and we're like, alright, cool. And then we're still joking around as we, like, drive up to the second window. And the guy's, like, sticking his head out. He's like, it's gonna be 22. And then we just fucking drive past him all quick. And he's like, well, I guess not. And then we had to loop all the way back around.
So I think something that's gonna make this podcast a lot
But let me tell my story, and that'll make it a lot
God
fucking better.
damn! Holy fuck, okay.
So we whip back around, and we stop at the second window. We're like, sorry about that, man. We're just having a good time. And we pay, and he gives us our food, and as we drive away, we hear him go, fucking stoners, man. But we were completely sober.
We're treating it like we have a live audience. We need to actually have a genuine conversation with each other.
we'll come up with a conversation topic instead of laughing and falling out of your
Have
chair.
you ever encountered a situation where you have dealt with jailbait?
Okay, next story.
I'm 19 years old. Hold on.
No.
Hold on. I want you to tell your jailbait story to me, to Jacob. I don't think you told Jacob about this.
You literally just complained that I was doing this, and then you're like, no, let's do something else. Okay, the jailbait
We're not
story.
doing audience shit.
Hold on.
Don't look at the
I'm telling
computer while you
stories.
talk.
I can look at whatever the fuck I want to look at.
Alright.
Excuse me, guys.
Okay, Jay, what is it?
Eric, do you have any vape juice I can borrow? Have?
I do!
Oh,
Holy
my
shit.
God.
Just go. Don't make a big scene.
God, that fucking guy.
Seriously.
Let's talk bad about him. I hear he fucks dogs. His first dog got taken away because he fucked it. Oh, hi, Eric. Okay, no.
Is this the same vape juice you had last time I was here?
Okay, I'll stop.
What am I gonna?
I'll stop. I'll stop.
You dated a lesbian. Continue.
Oh, I don't want to get into this.
Too bad, you're gonna.
Come here. Get closer to
closer.
the laptop.
Anyways,
Fill the
warmth.
microphone.
Anyways, she was dating this other girl at the library I work with, and we had a little thing for a couple months.
This is a jailbait story?
No.
No.
this-
Oh, okay. I was
We're
like,
moving
what
on from jailbait because it's borderline illegal.
Okay.
And anyways, that kind of spiraled out. I'm pretty sure she's still a lesbian. So,
I remember the first girl I dated when I broke up with her. She's like, "It's fine. I'm probably a lesbian anyway." And the shitty part about that, right, is like, you know how like when you're like 11 and you see like a really hot girl and you're like, dude, she's probably like 19. She'd never be interested in me. Like that was that girl when I was 11, but she was like 12. I didn't know that. I thought she was like 15 or 16 at the time. And then when, like, we were texting.
Girls are, okay, when you were growing up, girls are always more developed.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Okay. But, like, I was texting her one day and I was like, we were just talking. And then it got to, like, one of those, like, really aggressive flirty stages where, like, you're not flirting, but you're being very aggressive with each other. But you are, it's like a type of flirting.
it's like fighting.
Yeah. But, like,
Oh, it's like that. It's like that shit where, like, you talk to me and you tease me and I go, no, stop it. Like,
no, because I'm not a beta cuck bitch.
Cuck.
Anyway, she's like, we were like talking shit on each other, and she's like, "Would you ever go out with me?" That's not yours.
No, it's not.
And she's like, "Would you ever go out with me?" I was like, "Yeah, I would." And then we started dating right there, and like I had no idea how to deal with it. I was like, my dad wouldn't even want me to have a girlfriend anyway. And then, like, I date her for, like, a month, and I break up with her because, like, it was really awkward. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then my dad's like, hey, when are you gonna get a girlfriend? Right after I broke up with her. But when I did break up with her, she was like, it's fine. I've dated a lot of dudes. I'm probably a lesbian anyway. And then that was the last time I ever talked to her.
Shit.
Mazel tov. This is like the 15th shot tonight.
Yeah, you guys need to get on my fucking level. Drink some shots.
You've had 2.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I have had 2, yeah. Okay.
Quit fucking vaping, because I'm gonna have to go through this and cut out every part where you take a hit.
I'm sorry.
Be
Okay.
quieter.
I'll go vape in the other room.
No.
Like, I'll go to the other
That
room and then I'll
defeats
go...
the purpose of
Just
having
do
you
it.
here as a friend.
Jacob, are you okay?
You're so strong.
So Jacob tried
I'm
to stop
sorry,
Eric from leaving
are you
the
alright?
room.
Are you alright, buddy?
Yeah, we're
Jacob
good.
tried to stop
Okay,
Eric from
sorry,
leaving
man.
the room, and Eric threw him into the fan.
No. You okay, my little
this
baby
is
boy?
ridiculous.
Alright,
We're good.
we're good.
Alright,
No homos.
Eric,
What's up?
what would you do if Richard Nixon showed up at work?
Richard Nixon.
Richard Nixon showed up at
It
work.
got more fucked up as you tried
And-
to correct it.
You work at, like, you're basically a butcher, right? And he comes up to you and he's like, give me a pound of ground beef! And then, like, what would you do?
I'm not a butcher.
Don't tell them where you work, you fucking idiot.
I'm a
It's
meat
just
clerk
like in
at Safeway.
Supers.
Don't just say you're a meat clerk.
I'm
cut
a
out
meat
that
clerk.
part. So you're a meat clerk, and Richard Nixon comes up to you and he's like, give me a pound of ground beef. What would you do? But he's like, don't sprinkle the tapes in it.
I fucking giggle to myself and then give him a pound of ground beef.
Do you
What
know
do
who
think I would
Richard
do?
Nixon is?
I gotta do my fucking job.
What if he called you a crook and said you only gave him 0.8 pounds of ground beef?
I'd kill myself.
Right there in the store?
It's just
Yes,
Richard Nixon.
I would grab a seafood knife and fucking shove it down my gullet.
My dude.
I'm kidding. I wouldn't actually kill myself.
I'm not worried.
You looked worried
I'm
for a
hoping.
second.
I'm hopeful. I was like, oh, what if?
What if?
But then he had to ruin my joyfulness.
God damn, fuck you.
My dude, it's just Richard Nixon. Like, don't worry about it. He's nothing.
What would you do if FDR showed up?
Cause you push. Who's FDR?
He has the legs that don't work.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
I don't know who the fuck that is. Like, give him a pound of ground beef.
What if he's like, I want to brown a jet? No,
They could be like, hey,
sound like
suck
Richard
my
Nixon.
dick and give me a crown of brown beef.
What
And
he's
I'd be like, give me.
What
I'd
if-
be like, okay, I'm
What
gonna
if
give
he
you a
comes
crown
up
of,
to you?
but I'm not
and
gonna
he's like-
suck your dick.
Good morrow, young man. I would like a pound of interned Japanese people. What would you do?
Just remember, he's in a wheelchair. He has polio or something.
I would talk to my manager. I would be like, you have to fucking. I'm sorry, I'm making your editing job so awful. You have to fucking help me here, okay? There is a person asking for me to give them a pound of ground Japanese people.
No,
And
interned Japanese people.
Interned Japanese people, and I just can't do that.
Just hire some interns.
You know what I would do?
What would you do?
I would distract him. I'd put sparkly stuff up on the ceiling so he's looking up at that, and then I would take the grinder and stick his fucked up legs in it and then give that to him. And then he'd be like, there's some good intern Japanese people, and you're like, thank you, sir. And then you realize he's a zombie because he's been dead for 50 years.
50 years?
I don't know. I'm not an expert on FDR.
Sometimes you really concern me.
Okay.
Your mental health.
Good.
Like I'm concerned with your mental health sometimes.
I'm concerned with yours. See?
Let me tell you a plan that will make you concerned with my mental health.
No, don't. Jacob, don't. I'm going to have to cut all this.
No.
Tell it. Jacob, tell the story.
I'll tell the story. Alright.
I have 3 things written on this list. I have nothing else to talk
Hold
about.
on. I know, I got something here, okay? So, vegans.
Jack in the box.
I hate them.
Jack in the box.
Anyways.
Sipping whiskey at Christmas. First girl.
Hold on, we already covered all of those.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
Where's the pen?
vegans.
Where's the pen?
Sit down. Eric, I swear to God, you break something else. Sit
I'm not
down.
gonna break anything.
Sit down.
Give me the journal.
No, Eric.
I gotta write an idea down.
Sit down.
I have a perfect podcast.
I don't care.
Okay.
We're in the middle of one. Tell it when he's done with his story.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Alright, here, just write it down in case you can't remember.
Thank you.
He has a
this
golden
page.
Sharpie. He's gonna ruin your
Don't.
fucking notebook.
That's
Okay,
right.
Jacob, tell me your story.
Anyways, so vegans are all concerned about how much cows are produced here in America.
He's writing 2 words per line.
That's right.
They're massive fucking
It's
words.
okay. It's the middle of my notebook. I don't care. But, anyways, so if we killed all of the cows in America, there wouldn't be so much pollution.
I'm so drunk. Oh my
I'm
god.
so confused. What are you trying to tell me?
So cows produce a lot of methane,
Yeah.
which goes in and destroys
Can
our
you read
environment.
that?
Hold on.
Can you read my
Hold on,
handwriting?
Harry.
Okay.
But, anyways, they produce a lot of methane, and if we just killed all of the cows,
They'll produce more methane because their bodies are decomposing.
it doesn't matter. We'll
Methane
use it
doesn't
as
produce
fertilizer.
from decomposed bodies.
It's
Yeah.
gonna fuck up global warming. If we kill all the cows and livestock, they're gonna fucking die, and then we'll have no more fucking meat, and then we're fucked. And then also, global warming rises because we're idiots.
This has been Eric the Science Man. His motto is, I don't know science, man.
No.
Okay.
What about methane?
Anyways, the methane will destroy the environment, so we'll kill all the cows, and then there won't be as much methane. But people will be unhappy because they won't get their steaks. But
I think Mad Max was just a prophecy, and the world's gonna turn into a desert, and they were warning us of how cool it was gonna be.
Honestly. Holy shit. You're so right.
so, FDR died 73 years ago.
Damn, I was way lower than I thought.
You're way off.
What would you do if Teddy Roosevelt came up to you and was like, you know what? I'm actually a vegan. I just kill animals for fun.
Yeah, man.
You just be like, yeah, man. Fucking way to go. I kill animals for fun.
Were there vegetarians back in the 20s?
There could have been, but we
like
probably
nomadic
didn't.
tribes and shit.
They didn't have Facebook to tell us how vegan they are.
Exactly.
I just
They had newspapers and shit.
I just said
They
vegetarians.
had little notes that they left
but
in
like-
hobo
Oh, yeah, but
scrawls.
still.
Hobo scrawls. You know, I know a few hobo signs. Did you know that? I wanted for the longest time as a teenager to be a vagabond and just run away
I know you told
from my
us
abusive grandparents. I know, like, I wanted to fucking
Tell us
run.
one of your abusive grandparents stories.
No.
So,
That's for another time. But anyway.
Teddy Roosevelt has been dead for 99 years.
Oh,
It's gonna be 100 next year.
I'm telling a story.
we gotta have a party. Yeah, how do you feel when you do this to us?
We're gonna have a party to celebrate Teddy Roosevelt's death.
But, like, not in a bad
When?
way.
It's
Not like,
centennial next year.
Yes.
we're not even 20 minutes in yet.
I know we're not.
And Eric's already talked about jailbait.
And,
That was like half an hour
abusive
ago.
grandparents and wanting to be a vagabond. Like, with the wanting to be a vagabond story. Okay.
Wait, speaking of vagabonds, you know what's close to a vagabond? A gypsy. You know what I hate? Fucking gypsies.
I love gypsies. Have you read the
A
book?
lot of
Fenrir?
vagabonds are gypsies.
No,
You can't
I don't
fucking
think I've told you
deny
this,
that.
right?
A lot of them are gypsies.
One day at work, I'm just standing there minding my own business, and then this gypsy bitch and her 3 kids show up out of nowhere. Just fucking out of nowhere, and she starts, like, beckoning at me like I'm a dog. I never hated a gypsy till I met a gypsy. And then I fucking hated gypsies.
Well, you can't fucking judge them all based off of one gypsy's actions.
My
mom
she walked up to me and went, I represent all gypsies.
my mom had a phase in her teenage years that she told me about where...
Can you quit being a whiny little
Where
bitch?
she was a gypsy. This
Okay.
relates to your story. She was a
No,
gypsy.
because my story's funny. Your story's sad.
I gotta go drain the lizard. I'll be right back.
Drain the main vein.
What's wrong with you?
Finally doing this.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Please help.
No,
That's a good short.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Please help.
Yeah, like, that's a good ending to a short. Like, that whole gypsy story. Us interrupting each other and then fucking, that's a good animated short. Him going, what's wrong with you? I just go, I don't know what's wrong with me. Please help. And you just have me with a tear in my eye
You're
in the
an idiot.
animated short.
Eric. I don't.
I'm gonna hire an animator for this podcast.
You're not.
And they're gonna fucking love us. I'm gonna make them love us. That's gonna be a part of the job description. It's gonna be like,
Eric has
love
rape
us.
fantasies. I'm really sorry about this.
God, I want that animator to give me a blowjob.
You haven't,
Even if it's a man.
you haven't even met them.
He has to love me.
We know an animator.
Was that a gunshot outside?
All I heard was mind your own business. That's all I heard.
What the fuck?
All I heard was mind your own business.
I'm getting my body armor on, dude.
Eric, they're not gonna shoot us.
You don't know where those...
Not through me, that's for sure.
Fugitive recovery agent.
In case you
Warren
couldn't tell,
Division.
Eric's autistic.
No, we're gonna become bounty hunters.
You sound like you're trying to pick up chicks at a bar. Yeah, me and my buddy, we're fucking bounty hunters.
We're not fucking bounty hunters. We are the bounty hunters. We fuck ourselves by going into dangerous
Buddies.
situations. Yeah. We don't need nobody to fuck us. The criminals fuck us because we know what's going on.
That doesn't make sense.
That's what I was thinking.
They don't actually fuck
Can
us.
you-
That
can
would
you
be
tell us-
really wrong.
Can you tell us about the time you fucked your dog?
I never fucked my dog, okay? That was a fucking rumor that started in middle school. I'm tired of this, oh, you fucked your dog shit. I fucking loved Charlie, okay? Charlie was my fucking homeboy, okay?
So
he was a
you-
good dog. My grandfather fucking kicked him.
So you made
him around.
love with your dog instead
didn't
of fucked
fucking-
him. You made love with him because you loved him.
My grandfather
You're-
used to fucking get angry at my dog and
You're
kick the fucking
Penias.
dog.
You're-
And then he would be scared of humans. And then it started a rumor. Ow! I bit my tongue. It
Did
started
Charlie ever bite your dick?
No.
Peanut
So you
butter?
did fuck Charlie in the mouth,
I didn't
but he never
fuck
bit your
I
dick.
never fucked Charlie in the mouth. I just said he never bit my dick. He never bit anyone's dick. He might have bit my
So he was
grandpa's
really
dick.
good at it.
He might have bit my grandpa's dick because my grandpa kicked him around, but my dog was never molested.
Did you
okay?
fuck him because he was fluffy?
I'm going to kill myself.
Don't do that.
Like Charlie did after you divorced him?
Forced him? He was a
What?
mistress.
You didn't believe in
That doesn't
fucking
make any
your
fucking
dog when you
sense.
weren't married to him.
Bless you, asthma man. Do you
I-
require an inhaler?
I coughed. I didn't sneeze, so
He
Shit.
says it when you cough because he doesn't know the meaning of words.
it's alright.
No, bless you is for when you cough or fart or shit yourself. Yeah?
When you fart,
Yeah.
can I have another
What-
shot?
Yeah. What do you, Eric? What do you call like the ultimate version of something? Like,
Shitting yourself.
No.
Just like half a shot. Alright,
Oh, too
no, that's
late.
fine.
Imagine this.
like you see a white girl, right?
A bullet flies
No.
through the wall and hits
Shut
you
up.
in the back.
We're not.
You're dead.
No, I'm not dead.
Yeah, dead, son. No, listen, Eric.
I'm not
What do you-
internally injured either.
What do you call? You sound like the guy at the bar. He's like, "Fucking punch me in the stomach. I won't feel it." And then like they punch you, and you go, "Yeah, I'm not internally injured either."
I think it should be known by the podcast that I'm currently wearing level 3A body armor
So,
because I heard a gunshot outside and I'm a very paranoid schizophrenic.
I'm gonna cut that whole part out.
that
Except for
reminds
the part where you go, "I'm a very paranoid schizophrenic."
that reminds me, in middle school, Eric, I told him to
I'm not a
punch-
schizophrenic. I'm just joking.
Well, I'm gonna cut
I'm
that part
paranoid.
out
I'm
anyway.
paranoid.
I
Okay.
told Eric to punch me in the chest, and I had a tray from lunch underneath my shirt. And he fucking punched me. He's like, "Damn, you been working out?" I was like, "No, it's just a lunch tray."
Remember the one time you were sitting there with a paper cup full of water, and you pulled out your pencil, and you're like, "I wonder." And you like poked a little hole in it, and you pulled it away, and it wasn't really leaking. So you poked the pencil in it again, and then you're trying to make the hole slightly bigger, and you fucking pushed the pencil all the way through, and then you pulled it out, and it started leaking an obscene amount of water for such a small cup.
Yeah.
And then like a teacher popped up behind you, and you're like, she's like, "What are you fucking doing?" And you're like, "I didn't know it was gonna do that. I didn't know you were watching."
Yeah, she came out of nowhere. I looked around.
She came
first.
out of nowhere. Oh fuck!
Eric, you're not free of your own embarrassing stories.
I'm not. I
There
have
was-
You dumped strawberry milk on my head the
That
first time I
was-
met
that
you.
was your
It was
introduction
frozen
to me.
chocolate milk.
Oh, right.
Okay, so this story is we're 6th grade.
It
right?
was like slightly thawed chocolate milk actually.
We're in 6th grade, and I meet these two, and I'm like, these two would go great together. So I decide to introduce them at lunch, and I'm sitting there talking to Jacob, and Eric's in his own little fucking world like he always is.
Fuck you.
I can't remember what the fuck Jacob and I are talking about. But Eric, I remember all this crystal fucking clear. Eric's like, "Guys, this chocolate milk is frozen." And we don't respond to him. So he takes that as us going, "No, it's not." And he's like, "No, guys, it's completely fucking frozen." And he proceeds to prove this by holding it upside down over Jacob's head and pours chocolate milk all over his head. And Jacob, understandably, is very upset and runs away. And I go, "Eric, what the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, I thought it was frozen.
Okay, I am a man of science. I had to test my
You
hypothesis.
could have poured it over your tray.
I get that now. But at the time,
I needed a live test subject. Okay, I am a man of science.
I didn't talk to you for like a month after that. So I was like, "How introduce me to this guy? You dumped fucking chocolate milk on my head. Like, what the fuck?"
Do you remember how we had that fake school currency called Eagle Bucks? Where
Oh,
like
yeah.
the teachers gave it to us if we were good, right?
Yep.
And it got to the point where we had these things called Hornets, where we folded paper up into these little like arrow-shaped things, and we'd shoot them at each other with rubber bands, and they fucking hurt. And we found out that these Eagle Bucks were the perfect size and shape to make the best Hornets ever, like the most accurate and the most powerful.
Yeah.
And we were so good, we just became good kids so we could get more ammunition for this fucked up shadow war we were waging on each other. And it got to the point where a few of the kids just stole whole pads of Eagle Bucks. And we're like, "Hey, check it out. We got a ton of them for nothing." And we just took them all and folded them up and like shot them at each other. And then a couple of psychotic kids started sticking tacks in them
So
and shooting them in the ceiling. And then they're like, "Hey, no more hornets at school because you guys are shooting tacks at each other."
7th grade. You know the Eagle Bucks that they would do?
Yeah.
I used to
That
fucking.
thing I just talked about.
I
for 10
know.
minutes.
I know. I used to actually.
Eat them.
I was like, no.
Eric was
Yes, I
retarded
did
and
eat
he
them.
ate
Okay, but
cake.
hold on. I used to deal them. I used to create. I was a counterfeit Eagle Buck manufacturer. I would take pink copy paper.
Keep in mind, Eric
Because
was
the
on
Eagle Bucks were
Adderall
colored pink.
in
right?
7th grade. He was on Adderall.
I was an Adderall, okay? But I would take the pink copy paper and I would fucking run an Eagle Buck through my scanner. And I would fucking copy Eagle Bucks and just cut them out and give them to students.
So this is what
as
Eric.
like payment for like certain services.
This
like,
is
hey,
what Eric
go
thinks
bother
he
that one
did.
kid. Here's an Eagle Buck. Fucking go do this to that other one kid. Here's an Eagle Buck. I was a sociopath in middle school. It was the best fucking
What
thing
Eric
sometimes.
really did was walked around with a hoodie that was too big and quoted Ed from Ed, Ed, and Eddie, and then he would leave his hoodie in the locker every day after school, go home, tell his grandma, "Hey, I lost my hoodie," and then she'd buy him a brand new one every fucking day.
Your story's not entirely true, but I'll accept it.
So Eric did not have this enterprise of forging Eagle Bucks.
I did have an enterprise. It wasn't an enterprise. I was like
I can imagine this.
I was like a gang. I was like a drug lord.
He
Okay, I
imagined
had all
it.
the fucking money. I was just dealing out dollar bills to people. I
Do
was
you
like,
remember Eric in middle school? This man poured chocolate milk on your head because he
I
thought
was
it was
dealing
frozen.
dollar bills
Do you
to people.
think-
I was like, hey, go bother tell him.
Do you
that
think this
people care about
man
him.
knew how to forge a fake currency? I think not.
Your man knows how to wear a bulletproof vest when he hears gunshots outside.
That's what
I'm prepared.
Eric. I could put on a jacket
I'm
too.
ready. It's not a jacket. It's a bulletproof
It's
vest.
a vest.
It's a bulletproof vest. It's a bullet-resistant vest, okay? That's more accurate to the fucking...
Can I shoot you with
No.
your
Fucking
BB
go
gun?
ahead, shoot it.
No, you're both fucked. I'm not letting
Shoot
this.
my bulletproof
Okay.
vest with your pellet gun.
I could do it. I could chop wood right now.
I know you could, but that doesn't. They were so obsessed wondering whether if they could, they didn't stop to think about whether or not they should.
That doesn't mean shit.
That's Jeff Goldblum.
Okay.
Jeff Goldblum is everything.
He's on my
Oh, dude,
shower curtain.
Yeah.
the sound spike is a TIE fighter.
So,
Barely.
anyways, I
It
remember
was.
in 6th grade, I taught everyone how to make these BB shooters. I have a
remember
marker and a pencil and a rubber band and a nail. And we would shoot metal BBs at each other in math class. Somebody shot our teacher, who was very Irish.
Keep in mind, it was just like, it was slightly more powerful than throwing it at somebody.
And somebody
What?
shot our teacher, who was Irish. And he
That
got
was my-
so pissed.
That was my favorite. I remember he's like, I'm gonna make up a fake name here, but he was like, "Joshua, do you think this is a joke?" And then he turned around and fucking punched the
You already
whiteboard.
introduced your name. You realize this, right?
He wasn't
What?
talking about any of us.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we were behind the scenes.
Yeah, we were there.
His name was Joshua, you fucking idiot.
You weren't in our class.
Yeah, I was in our class.
His-
We were in honors math. You poured chocolate milk on kids' heads. You were not in honors math.
I'm not saying I was in honors math.
You just said that.
I thought we were talking about Mr. Lamer's class.
No.
Who?
We were talking about our math teacher.
I'm saying a
I
fake
know.
name.
That's good. Start doing that. We were in our math class. You were not in our math class. Because you could not add 2 to 2.
Fuck. Ugh.
No.
Sniffly ass nose. Give me some of that vape. Oh,
That's
Yeah.
not gonna help.
It'll help. Vape always helps.
Helps you be
Vape
gay.
Yeah.
We're at like
yeah.
we're
fucking
at
finger
like
signs,
34
gang
minutes
signs.
almost.
We're at what?
34 minutes almost.
Wow.
Well,
Well, a podcast usually lasts an hour.
Yeah, I know.
So let's
An
do
hour.
this for the rest of the next 30.
Okay.
What do we got to talk about for the next 30
We were
minutes?
talking about BB shooters and how you thought you were in our math.
Ow!
Don't look at me like I hurt you. You did that to yourself.
I
So,
know. I know I did.
Anyways, these shoes you got, Eric,
Yeah.
they're very Italian looking. Let me
Your
take a
mama's
look.
Italian looking.
She's dead. Let's remember
Exactly. The
So
Italians
she's
are fucking dead to me.
She's Jewish looking, Eric.
that. These are like something you get from
She's
the men.
ashes.
These are these are something from the men's warehouse.
No, we got them from where we work.
No, but listen to me.
Okay,
Okay.
do your
Will you
joke.
stop moving your fucking foot so I can look at these shoes? They've got rivets up the side. They look like there's some Liberace, fucking piano shit.
Do you want to talk about our fake nation we made up in 7th grade?
Hobos United.
No, that was a charity group. And you came up with Hobos United, and I was like, call it Hobos United Group, so that way it spells hug, and it's like nice.
That was so good.
And the whole thing was we went to this little area behind our school in a creek. It was like a clearing, and we just fucking hung out there for like an hour talking about how we would help homeless people if we could.
We didn't do shit.
I found a stick that had a doorknob attached to the end of it, and I crowned myself king. And we stopped going there after I lost my scepter. We also stopped going to the creek after me, Jacob, and another man we were like hanging out in the creek, and then some lady started yelling at us. She's like, "Hey, get out of the creek, I'm gonna call cops on you guys." And we're like, "Fucking do it, bitch."
And she called the fucking cops.
And we weren't doing anything wrong. There was nothing illegal about hanging out in the creek. But the cop shows up and he's like, "Come on, guys, I know you're in there, come out." And he totally didn't know where we were because we were really well hidden, but we were like 6th, 7th graders, and we're like, fine, we might as well. So
we want to animate our own podcast?
No, because we can't animate.
I'll make graphics.
Stick figure pivot animations.
Okay, but anyway, we come out of the creek, and the cop's like, "Are you guys smoking pot?" And we're like, "No, officer, we're not cool enough to do that." And, well, I said that. Jacob and the other guy decided to remain silent and act very sketchy.
Let's remind the listeners that the other guy was a known pedophile.
Okay, not at the time. Not at the time. We didn't hang out with him after he was a pedophile. But anyway, they were acting very, shifty-eyed and nervous. And then the cop goes, "So where do you guys live?" And we all point in different fucking directions, neither of which ended towards our houses. And the cop's like, "All right, you guys clearly are nerds. We're not going to arrest you because you're not smoking pot. Just quit yelling at that old lady." And we were terrified to go back into the creek ever since. We almost got attacked by coyotes, but a cop talking to us scared us out of the creek.
Yeah, there were hobo camps in there. I remember.
There were.
We could have been molested.
Me and my friend Sheila.
What?
We,
What?
Shh. She might be listening.
But,
fuck you, Sheila.
We were wandering around this creek. We found the homeless camp, where the hobos lived. They had a rocking chair, a little pad of cardboard that they pissed on.
Speaking of piss, I'll be right back.
Alright. And,
okay, continue.
And, we were lost in this creek one afternoon. I think it was freshman year. And we crawled through it. I lost my ID and I was so scared. I was like, some hobo was gonna find my ID and hunt me down. But he didn't. At least he's not very good at it. And we wandered through. We jumped across a creek. I fell in. I got super soaked with some dirty ass AIDS water. And we went to the library. Right now we're...
One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
Dirty ass AIDS water. What the fuck? Was it actually AIDS water?
I don't know, it was dirty. It probably had AIDS in it.
She was dirty. She probably had AIDS in her.
I remember one time, Eric, I was volunteering at the library. You and a couple of your friends went to the fucking creek to burn Bibles.
We did.
I remember this.
And I told my boss at the library, I was like, "Hey, some kids are going to burn some Bibles at the library." And,
they're not burning them at the library, they're burning them under the bridge behind the library.
Yeah, same thing. But I was like, there's going to be a fire started, because I know these kids, they're not the brightest, but they're going to burn Bibles at this bridge.
I have a pivot stick figure animation program on my computer.
Shut
I'm
up!
gonna animate all these.
I don't care, we're doing the podcast.
I'm sorry.
Good.
Good.
Learn. Do stuff that doesn't make you sorry.
I ended up calling
Then
the
you'd be happy.
I ended up calling the cops on you guys. I was like, some fucking kids are going to burn Bibles behind this library in this very dry creek. There's a lot of dry, tall grass and weeds.
A lot of dry.
Anyways,
Just like yo mama.
She's dead.
yeah, she's
Exactly.
dry. She's ashes. She's dry. Who's fucking her ashes?
What?
Anyways,
you can't just change the subject like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Who's fucking her ashes? Like somebody has to be fucking your mom at any given moment. What has Xbox Live done to you, child? No.
Fuck.
I figured if she's not dry, she's wet, so that must mean that somebody's fucking her ashes. Anyways,
I'm sorry for reminding you about your mom.
no, you're fine.
I'm sorry.
She was
You
a
had to
good
find
woman.
out that I fucked your mom's asses this way.
To segue into our next bit,
To segue.
who has another story?
That's a shitty segue.
So the burning Bibles thing.
Okay, no.
That was the same day that I kissed. I'll change your name, Shacky.
Ooh, damn! I know who you're
Shacklin?
talking about.
That was
Shacklin? Yeah, that's
yeah.
a real good
That was the same
name
day.
change. We know who you're talking about.
That was the same day that I kissed her, and like, that was fucking heaven, dude. That was a.
I
good
remember
fucking
that
kiss.
you fell in love with her.
I know I
Was
did.
that
Like,
before
that
she
was my
started
first-
dating
That was-
Hesse?
That was after that. Fuck it.
Sammy and Wales.
That's very good.
Sammy and Wales were my first. They were my first fucking middle
Wales?
school crushes.
Who cares?
They were my first middle school crushes. Okay, and like this was shortly after Sammy had like rejected me in the library that one day when I was like, hey, like I kept asking you
Hold
guys. I was
on.
like, I want to ask her out.
Hold
I
on.
want to ask her out, and
Hold
then I
on.
asked her out, and
I
she was
remember
like,
all this.
no.
I repress these memories, but they're coming back.
Sammy as in B or J?
Sammy as in
Time.
BJ.
Hold on.
Dude, did you just realize that their initials are BJ?
Hold on, Eric.
I'm gonna message them and tell them that.
Hold on, Eric. Sammy as in B or as J?
What?
Don't
Sammy?
worry, it was Sammy. I mean, it
Which
was
one
Jay.
was that? J.
Yeah, remember when he was obsessed with Jay?
I don't remember that. I remember Jay went and ate out Jay at that fucking bridge.
What?
They ate each other out?
That was the first time I remember the day.
Sammy and Wales ate each other out?
No. Jay, our friend Hesse.
Oh! I just remember. Hector. I remember Hector fingering that fat bitch no one liked. Don't say her
No,
name.
it doesn't matter. She's a fucking whale.
I don't care. I don't want her name in the
She
podcast.
won't know.
I told her.
When Hector fingered the fat bitch, Brianna.
Okay.
Why do we have no stories involving ourselves?
No, this is fine. Eric was involved with Jay.
The bridge was.
Sammy or Wales or whatever the fuck her name was.
Tell us the
Wales.
time someone broke your ankle.
Oh, so some unnamed pedophile.
Air quotes, pedophile. Because we only know he went to court. We don't know the conviction.
I'm pretty sure he was a pedophile. My therapist talked me
To
into
be
it.
fair, he was under 18 when it happened.
Yeah. But, anyways, it was kind of incest. But,
And continue.
anyways, we were in 7th grade. Before all of that shit happened, we were playing outside at our recess. It was like a half-hour prison break.
Yeah.
And we'd stand outside for an hour, or half an hour. And we were playing tag, me and a couple of other bad dudes. And, this one particular bad dude that we know is bad now, he jumped on my back to slow me down. I tripped over a tree root, and I sprained my foot. Then, this particular bad dude continued to stomp on my foot until it was broken, and we both heard it break.
I was like out of town at this point,
Yeah, for like 2 weeks.
and I was so upset because the pedo got to escort the cripple around school because he was there, so we got to pick him.
Yeah.
And I wasn't there. I wish I was there to get picked because
How many
we
minutes
gotta
are we in?
we gotta leave class like 10 minutes early, and then we gotta ride the elevator.
Like 20 minutes early.
What's
I
the,
totally wished it was Talon.
What's the?
It's up top. We're 46 minutes.
Where?
Up top, right here.
Oh wow.
Anyways, I wanted Talon to be my escort. But he was out of town, so I picked this pedophile, who I didn't know who was a pedophile at the time.
He
probably
didn't
wasn't.
even know he was a pedophile at the time.
Yeah. But
But he found out.
Yeah. Anyways, he escorted me around. We left like 20 minutes early from class because I have a condition where I couldn't walk very fast. And,
Monkey scrotum.
Yeah, monkey scrotum. MS. Not really. But we got to leave so early, and we didn't do shit. all
Speaking
day.
of the elevator in middle school, do you remember the time it was environmental
molested?
club? No.
No, not that I know of.
I like how I've told you how I'm pretty sure I was molested as a child, but you don't even care. And then you just assume he was molested.
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Not that I know
Because
of.
you're fucking over it. I know you're over it. You stupid little bitch. Fuck you.
It might
Fuck
be
you. I don't give a
repressed.
fuck that you were molested. Eat my ass.
Alright, here's a story. All about how my life got turned upside down. Basically, I know. When that was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, bitch. Basically, when I was like a little wee lad, I couldn't say my R's for shit, so I'd be like wascally wabbit kind of shit. Are you guys listening?
Yeah, well, listen, lastly, rabbit, sort of shit.
Okay. Right, so I couldn't say my R's, and there was another kid who couldn't say his R's. So what they would do is they'd have a teacher every day for like 30 minutes just take us out of class, take us into a closet with a bunch of board games, and then try to teach us how to pronounce our R's properly. And I didn't learn how to say my R's properly till I was well out of elementary school. So I'm pretty sure I got molested because a teacher took me into a closet and I remembered none of it.
Probably. You probably got ass fucked.
No, he was a female.
And still, they got strap-ons and shit.
They got strap-ons and
The
shit.
only thing I remember is there was a bunch of board games and she always had us playing one of them. But she never let us play the one I wanted to, which was like a caterpillar game, but it was in Spanish.
Oh.
But like, she was like, no, we can't play that one. I was like, why? It looks fun. It's colorful.
It's colorful.
But she never let us play it, so I'm sad.
It's a Spanish fucking caterpillar game.
It's good to know Spanish, though. We live in Colorado, so,
Alright, now I gotta cut that part.
No, you're not gonna cut that out.
It's a
They can
whole
know we
fucking
It's a whole fucking state. Are you fucking? We're gonna get doxxed because they know we live in Colorado and my name is Talon and your name is Eric and eat my fucking dick.
But they're not gonna dox us because they eat your dick.
Eric, you want another shot?
No.
Do not give Eric another shot.
No, I'm cool. I'll watch him.
No.
Jacob, no.
It's okay.
Alright.
Is it?
Would you like to wear my bulletproof vest?
Oh, yeah! Shoot me.
This is how people die.
No, we got
I'm sorry.
Dude, I have a bulletproof vest on. I'm not gonna get
I
dead.
got it really tight right now, so let me loosen it a little bit.
No, dude, tighten it.
I'll tighten it as much as I can after it's already on.
it's
after
fine.
it's already on.
It's
you
fine.
fuck. Okay, there you go. I loosened it a little bit on that
No,
side.
you do that.
It's like a seatbelt. And a carnival ride. Fugitive recovery agent.
Yeah! Bang! Alright.
I'm gonna finger bang you.
Yeah, really.
Bang, bang. Don't laugh like you know.
Let's take this shot real quick. Mazel tov. Or do you have another better toast? Eric, you got a toast? You're not even drinking, but you got a toast?
To all the bitches to all the thoughts that I denied.
Yeah!
You never
So all-
denied thoughts.
Fucking for both of you. This is a toast for both of you. To all the thoughts that I denied.
Oh, I just spilled some underneath.
Oh, like suicide thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not what I intended to fucking put at all. But
Well,
alright.
you said it.
All the suicide thoughts I denied, but really,
Yeah. But really, like, you think back and you're like, you cute.
I was just too drunk to deal with them. Oh, This is like a corset. I feel like Keira
It's because
Knightley.
I didn't fucking hallucinate for your dumb ass.
I tightened it.
Thank you.
Like
Put
a
it on me?
pussy.
Prepare me.
Yeah.
Prepare me, Squire.
Bum, bum, bum. It's like Transformers.
I am the night now.
Oh, I didn't get it clicked yet.
He quoted Batman when you said Transformers.
Oh, really?
Optimus Prime never went, Autobots, I am the night.
I got this.
No, no.
No homo. But you know.
What the fuck are you doing squeezing me and shit?
I'm tightening your
He's
vest.
It's all good. It's fine. It's fine.
To
It's
see
fine.
how tight the bulletproof vest is.
You're good. You're tight.
Dude, look at that perfect ass bird you just made.
Oh, holy shit! It's a phoenix.
Yeet.
Look, we made another one.
No, fuck
Just
that.
kidding.
All these birds will get killed by that phoenix.
Let's try and make a phoenix on the soundwave.
What, the dick game?
Wow!
Ah!
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
you're ruining the podcast. Stop.
Yeah, I would do that.
Stop. Why did I let that go on for so long? I didn't realize what you were doing and I didn't stop it.
We're just making noises.
Guys, we're fucked.
There's another one.
No, that's
not.
a penis.
Eric,
Your
you have a
mama's
voicemail.
Not there.
I just accidentally checked your phone instead of mine.
I accidentally sent multiple dick pics from your phone instead of mine.
Okay, Eric, don't check your voicemail right now.
I think this was a good episode.
Well, I mean, we still have
8 minutes.
7 minutes.
What are we gonna do for 7 minutes?
We're gonna talk
Yeah.
like a couple of engines. Like
Nope.
you're sitting on the floor, engine style.
I'm sitting on my bed, engine style.
Yeah, we're all engines here.
I'm grinding your weed for you.
There's no weed in there.
Yeah, there's might be some in the. No, there isn't.
There's another one.
Dude, those are Talon's stepfather's ashes.
No, those are over there.
Can you imagine?
Oh, so Jacob and I, we had parents pass when we were very young. Sad story. But
I had a parent pass when I was very young.
no one cares. We're a little sociopath.
Okay, fine.
When did your mom pass?
No, wait. let
She
me
didn't
tell
really
you
pass. I just say that she died to help alleviate the pain that she became very addicted to drugs and then became very psychotic.
Eric is a chronic liar.
No, that's not a lie. That's the truth, dude.
No, the lie was you telling us she died for 8 years.
No, I know I told you that she was dead for 8 years, but hey, at least I eventually told you the truth.
Do you realize how retarded that sounds?
I met her a couple of times. I don't remember her much, but she wasn't.
Okay,
all there.
basically, Jacob and I, around the same time, we had a parent pass when we were, sophomore year. And instead of, coping with that like normal people, we were like, we can use this to get out of class. So we skipped class a lot. And we managed to, pass high school by lying.
I still haven't gotten really past my mom's death, but
Yeah, I
who freaking cares?
I care. We both care.
Quit making everything about you, Eric.
No, we all care. We care about
Yeah.
Jacob. Jacob is our fucking...
Get out of here, you fucking communist.
We're good. I don't know what that had to do with anything. But
It's... I'm sad. We're sad.
We're sad.
Communism 101.
We are now one.
I'm starving. We're all starving. Communism 101.
Oh shit. There's a lot of good content in this podcast, you know?
Kind of.
I'm pretty fucking
We're
happy.
knackered, so it's funny to us at the moment, but I'm gonna listen back to this in the morning and be like, this is 100% shit. And I'm gonna have to listen to
Oh,
a whole
God.
fucking hour of it.
You gotta fucking end it here.
there's some
Holy
good
shit,
stuff
you
out
got-
of it. At
You
least
can't make it a
20
whole
minutes.
hour. You can't make it a whole hour. You gotta end it here
No.
because YouTube won't allow it.
Hold on.
Eric,
Oh,
YouTube won't allow a whole hour long
it
podcast. They're not
He'll
gonna
cut it.
monetize an hour long video.
He'll cut it. He'll cut it.
They're not gonna hour long.
He'll
Fucking
cut it.
Okay.
He'll cut it.
Eric, here's the thing. We put this part on Spotify. We put the whole unedited on Spotify. No, SoundCloud.
Okay.
And then we put the edited part on YouTube.
Okay. I trust you.
But honestly, if we recorded 2 hours of this shit, we could get at least an hour of
Oh,
good
definitely.
material.
Should we? What length should we make our podcast episodes? 30 minutes? An hour?
It'll come naturally to us. Especially since I'm the fucking editor. I'll figure it out.
Alright.
I always
I'm the
do.
animator.
No, I already called dibs.
Alright, fine. Jesus.
No, we can work on it together. I don't
No,
care.
it's fine. It's fine.
No, we can work
I got
on
my
it together.
Shopify store to work on still.
All I have is PowerPoint.
Oh my god, this is fun.
We ended here.
No, alright, this has been Yeet Daddy's episode 1. Check us out on Patreon.
Technically, it's episode 2, but we're not going to share
We don't know our
episode 1.
Patreon URL yet.
So this is
Yeah, I'll
episode
put it
1.
in
We'll
the
put it in
description.
the description below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been Talon, Eric, and Jacob.
Yeah, the little engine that could.
Bunch
engine.
of cunts.
The
Check
Yeet
out
Daddies.
my YouTube, Iron Clover, where I read shit. Because, I mean, of the three of us, come on, you know.
Fuck.
You're pressing the wrong button.